Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk. It's Monday. I am going to go to Fox News and do a segment on gifts for the graduate, what to buy for your favorite graduate this year. And I wanted to talk to you guys about getting over heartache. So I've talked a lot about moving on from relationships when we know we have to move on, and then we find ourselves there. We've done it. We've broken up, we've ended the friendship, we've cut off the sister-in-law, whatever it is, but we find ourselves then in this weird purgatory where our mind knows we've made the right decision, but our heart hasn't quite caught up yet. And people say things to us like, it will get better, and it will. The pain won't last forever, and it won't. But at the time, it is not as comforting as we need it to be, because it is natural to end a relationship, any relationship, romantic, friendship, family, whatever it is. And then you go through stages of, why wasn't I good enough? Why did they fight for so-and-so, but they didn't fight for me? Or did I walk away too soon? Did I fight hard enough? Or you start to remember the good things and think, if only I could go back. I say, when I talk to my girlfriends about things like this, I always say, take the pain you're in now from ending the relationship and compare it to the pain you were in while you were in the relationship and made the decision that the relationship needed to end. Which was worse? Because most likely the pain you were in the relationship when you were making the decision that the relationship had to end also came with shame, self-doubt, things like that, because you weren't being treated properly. You knew that. So not only were you in pain that you weren't being treated properly, but you felt less than. See, the pain now is part of healing. That pain is stagnant pain. You're just in it. You're allowing somebody to hurt you. And it's tied up with all these other emotions, like shame. The pain after you move on is healing pain. It's part of the process. And it's a different kind of pain because you are no longer a puppet on strings, sort of doing this weird dance that you don't want to be doing. You have to stay rational in your pain. You have to be able to say, okay, this hurts because I miss them, but do I really? What am I really seething from here? What am I really feeling? And I also will tell you this. I ended friendships with two women in my life over the last year that I had for a long time. I have tried it both ways. I have ended relationships with people and been the girl that told everybody and talked about it everywhere and tried to paint them as the evil one to sort of justify my decision. In these instances, I've said nothing. I've stayed silent. I've made the decision and had complete peace with why I've made the decision, and I've said nothing. Doesn't mean I'm not hurting. Doesn't mean that I don't miss parts of the friendship. It just means that the other way didn't make me feel any better. So if you are ending a relationship with anybody and you think telling people about their wrongdoings and justifying your actions will somehow make it easier for you, it won't. Like, I've done it. It will not make it easier. It won't make the pain any less. All it'll do is sort of be a topic of discussion all the time that nobody really wants to talk about but you. And it kind of makes you look desperate, and it kind of makes it look like you aren't secure in your decision. And that's the key to healing, is being secure in your decision, right? Going, this relationship doesn't serve me anymore. I've spent too much time hoping she'll change, hoping he'll change, or he or she's hoping I'll change. And there's no equality going on here. It's not a good give and take, because relationships do the best when the windows are wide open and the breeze blows through for both of you. When one person has their window closed and one person has their window open, doesn't work. If you are in that space where you've made the decision to move on from any relationship and now you're in pain, know a few things. It's normal. Also know that the pain you're in now, I trust, is easier than the pain you were in when you were being discarded, ignored, abused, belittled, left out, whatever the reasons were that you ended the relationship. I'm going to guess the pain you're in now is easier to manage. So keep that perspective and know that the pain you're in now is part of your healing process. Know that 6 months ago, I could barely talk about severing ties with a girlfriend. I didn't talk about it, but I could barely talk about it. And now I'm at a place where I feel so lucky that so much of what we shared was awesome. But at the end of the day, when something doesn't serve your soul, when somebody taking up that much energy in your life isn't pouring into you, when they are depleting you more than they are contributing to the joy in your life, when you feel less than, when you feel like almost like you're begging them for their attention or contribution, it's time to go. Especially if you talk about it and they don't make any change. If they just defend and make you feel like it's you. Remember we talked about that? Time to go. So I was in pain, but the pain I was in, I was aware was the first step in healing. It was much better than the pain I was in when I felt like I was being left out and not good enough and not wanted or loved. That pain sucked. I'll take healing pain over that purgatory, yucky pain any day. So I just want to tell you that if you are in pain now because you've separated from someone you know is not right for you, stay quiet. Don't talk about it. You don't have to justify your decision to anyone. In fact, the less justification you try to do, the more peace you will have in knowing you made the right decision. I promise you. Talk less, heal more. The pain you're in now, remember, is easier and healthier for you than the pain you were in. One step at a time. Keep going. I don't care if you have to crawl, just keep going. You will eventually wake up and go, this doesn't hurt anymore. Doesn't hurt anymore. Doesn't mean you won't miss them. And it doesn't mean that you won't look back fondly on the times that were good. And it doesn't mean that occasionally something won't happen in your life and you'll think, oh, I want to call so-and-so. But you'll know better. You'll have those thoughts and you'll smile and you'll push them away and you'll move on and you'll be okay. Trust me, because 6 months ago, I would not have been able to have this conversation with you without waterworks. But I know that there are a lot of you right now in that pain. And I just want you to know I've just come out the other side and it does get better. And I love you. I really do. Have a great day.